Hi everyone, welcome to another pregnancy update. So before I begin, I just want to say that I feel kind of funny because my hair is like kind of done. We did like a practice hair and makeup today with my cousin since I'm having a maternity shoot this weekend. There might be some leftover makeup, just kind of like ignore that. I tried to wash it off. But anyway, you guys don't care about that. You want to hear about the pregnancy. So I'm going to be talking about what's been going on from weeks 27 through 31. I can't believe another 5 weeks has gone by. I feel like I just filmed a pregnancy update like last week. So if you missed the past 4 pregnancy updates, you can find them all linked down below in the description, along with a ton of other pregnancy updates and anything pregnancy related. If you're pregnant, let me know what week you're in and how you're feeling. I'm currently 31 weeks, and to be honest, I didn't even want to film this. I'm so exhausted, but I like documenting everything, so anyway, let's get right into this.
I thought this was week 32.
I'm currently 32 weeks pregnant and I have no idea where I am anymore. What the... Oh my god.
This is 5 weeks behind you, just throwing that out there.
Which brings me to the next point. You don't even see that sign, I don't think. But I'm going to be including a ton of other pictures. I'm going to be including pictures that I've taken throughout the weeks of my updates. And you'll notice that it's 3 weeks ahead because I'm being induced at 37 weeks. So just to clear up, like there's a sign that says blank weeks until baby. I'm sorry, I'm awkward. I'm going to be using my phone to look at my notes because I'm not going to remember everything like I say every week. And you're going to hear my cat meowing. You're going to hear my fiance Ken talking like you already did. So just ignore all that. My dog might walk in too, so... we're just having real life here. I usually don't film right here. I did the very first update, but I usually film in the baby's room. But it's like in disarray from being painted. But yeah, let's just get into this. My 27th week of pregnancy, the baby was the size of a cabbage. And if you guys don't know, I follow the What to Expect app. So that's where I'm getting all my size comparisons from. This was the last week of the second trimester. My main symptoms were that I think I was starting to feel, or I've been feeling, Braxton Hicks contractions mostly at night. At 27 weeks and 2 days, I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I was feeling really, really down about it. I know it had nothing to do with my diet or anything I did wrong, but I just felt like I was very angry and depressed about it. That night when I found out, I went right to the first gestational diabetes class. It was like for diabetes and nutrition, so I learned like how to manage everything. This week my fiance shined a flashlight on my belly and the baby kicked really, really hard. She did not like that. I was dealing with a headache a lot during that week. It was probably stress related from the whole gestational diabetes. My legs cramps were really, really bad. One of the days I actually woke up with one that was hurting so much that I was actually crying when I woke up. On 27 weeks and 4 days, I actually fell on the ice outside while trying to get my dog in the house. I fell on my butt and my wrist, so I wasn't too worried. It was really, really scary, but it wasn't on my stomach, so I felt it was okay. I just kind of like watched myself. I didn't have any cramps or bleeding or anything, so I figured I was okay. The baby's been checked since then. She's fine. This week my feet were hurting a lot from being on them too much. I was exhausted and overwhelmed from getting ready for Christmas. I had hip pain while trying to sleep. On 27 weeks and 6 days, I had a nutritionist appointment. She had said that I was doing great with my diet and my blood sugar. All my numbers have been fine. So on this day, I also had a ultrasound, which was a biophysical profile. The baby was weighing 2 pounds, 10 ounces. Her heart rate was 149 beats per minute. She was measuring 8 out of 8 on all her tests. We saw her punching, kicking, and practice breathing. This week, I continued from the past weeks of having dry, flaky nipples. So exciting, right? I was more emotional than normal. I think I was feeling hiccups. I think I was feeling them like earlier on too, but I never realized it. I thought it was just the baby kicking, but the repetition movement, it has to be the hiccups, I would assume. I had back pain from standing for too long. And Ken had a dream about the baby. She was like possibly 6 years old with dark hair and maybe light eyes. I don't know if he remembers any of that dream. If you want, no, it was a while ago. This week I was only craving tuna. I usually talk about TMI symptoms, but as I did all my notes, I really didn't have any. I mean, there's things that you might consider TMI, like the dry, flaky nipples, but I don't know. I just don't. It is what it is. So this whole update, I don't have anything that I consider TMI, which was weird. But yeah, so cravings for tuna. It was for tuna. I was down 1.8 pounds from my previous week, and I was 13.2 pounds higher than my pre-pregnancy weight. Moving on to week 28. The baby was the size of a head of lettuce. I started my third trimester on Christmas Eve. We revealed baby's name to our family on Christmas Eve, and we revealed her name to social media on Christmas Day. If you would like to know her name, I will have the link down in the description, you know, with everything else. My main symptoms this week were hip pain while sleeping. On Christmas Eve, I had a bad cramp after bending down to pick up gifts from under the Christmas tree. It lasted a few days, and it was so uncomfortable. It was like my right lower belly. Baby has been having a lot of big movements, and I keep trying to record them, but she won't. Even to this day, she just does not let me do it. Like, I'll be recording, and then I stop, and then boom, I'm like, oh, thanks. One day I will get them. I have 5 more weeks. One of these days, I have to, right? I don't know. My pregnancy brain is getting really, really bad. This week, I forgot to make Ken's lunch for work, but like I normally do that for him. And I forgot to test my blood sugar after, I'm supposed to test 2 hours after eating. It was like 3 hours later. I was like, oh, oops, I forgot to do that. I've been getting out of breath really, really easily. I've been having a hard time putting socks on. I've been getting more and more uncomfortable. And every week I always ask my fiance like any symptoms to add. And this week he said my belly is bigger, obviously, and my face is cuter. I don't know. That's not really a symptom or anything, but that's fine. Oh, and the most awesome news of all, on 28 weeks and 5 days, I noticed my boobs were leaking. So, yay, I might be able to breastfeed. That's exciting, right? The last day of week 28, I had really, really bad indigestion that wouldn't go away until I took Tums. For cravings, Ben & Jerry's strawberry cheesecake ice cream, which sounds really, really good right now, even though I literally just had ice cream. Yeah. Well, if you're wondering, the diabetes thing, sweets does not affect it for me. It's only when I eat, like, carbs and stuff. If you're interested in a video on, like, what gestational diabetes is for me, I could do one, but obviously it's different for everybody. I also had a craving for Sprite. I gained 4.4 pounds from the previous week. I'm going to blame Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, all that on that. And I was 17.6 pounds higher than my pre-pregnancy weight. On to the 29th week. Baby was the size of a head of cauliflower. We bought baby's high chair and picked up her crib this week. My main symptoms were irritability, hip pain while sleeping. I noticed that the past week or so that when I'm lying on my back, baby starts kicking like crazy. Bending, crouching down, any of those types of movement makes my pelvic area hurt a lot. On 29 weeks and 2 days, I had a dream about baby. I saw the shape of her foot kicking, and in my dream I could see through my stomach and I saw her cry. I think this is because I was thinking about the 3D ultrasound we were going to have in a few more days afterwards, so I don't know. The dreams are weird. I haven't mentioned that in my notes in a while, but I still have vivid dreams. This week I filmed my second baby haul, which, you know what I'm going to say. It's linked below. I was feeling very, very nesty. I washed all her clothes this week, and I was feeling really overwhelmed with how to organize them. I still kind of feel like that. I've organized them, but I just want to keep doing it. This week, my acne seemed to come back. I think it seems like it was going for a while. This week it was just like, nope, I'm back. Ken built her high chair on 29 weeks and 4 days. And he built the high chair on 29 weeks and 3 days. On 29 weeks and 4 days, we had our 3D ultrasound, which was such an amazing experience. Baby looked very, very grumpy, as you probably can see from the picture I'm inserting now. But she was so freaking cute. Like, it's just such an amazing, like, as soon as I saw her, I was just like, oh my god, like, her cheeks are so chubby, and it's just like, there's an actual baby in there. Like, I know I'm pregnant, but just to see, like, that real life image is just something else. So at that time, she was weighing 3 pounds, 4 ounces. She was weighing a week ahead. Her heart rate was 134 beats per minute. We saw her yawning, and at the time, she was transverse her head was like on my right side. Oh, and she had her right leg by her face. Bro, her foot. Well, yeah, the leg and the foot. That day I ended up going to a concert. I didn't really have a good time. I felt very sick from like everybody smoking and drinking around me. Just the smells just made me very nauseous. I ended up getting really, really hot and I had cramps, and it wouldn't really go away until I had some water. So thankfully it did stop because I was with a couple of people and I felt bad kind of walking away, but I was able to join them after at least. This week I sneezed and peed myself. It's not the first time, but I thought, you know, it went away, but no, it doesn't go away. And I keep forgetting to mention, I don't know when it started, but I have this heat rash. I think it's a heat rash. It's between my legs, like next to my knees, and it seems to get more irritated whenever I take a hot shower. I don't know, it gets really uncomfortable. I try to keep like a pillow in between my legs at night, but it just doesn't seem to go away. I've been uncomfortable, anxious about birth, Braxton Hicks contractions at night, and oh my god, guys, if you can relate to this, please let me know, but I don't know why, but I keep smelling the baby smell. Like, you know how a baby smells? I just keep smelling it. Like, I don't know what it is. It's really weird. And I asked my fiance any symptoms for this week, and he says I just been a cranky pants. So, probably. I didn't have any cravings. I gained 0.2 pounds, and I was up 17.8 pounds my pre-pregnancy weight. My 30th week of pregnancy, the baby was the size of a bunch of broccoli. This week I had a dream about baby. She was maybe like 1 year old. But she was actually a couple of days old in the dream, but I don't know. She didn't like being swaddled, and I was breastfeeding her. This is the second dream I've had about breastfeeding. Ken had worked on the nursery this week. He glued down the molding. He used wood filler on the floor, and he attached the heat to the wall. He also built the crib this week, so that was really exciting. Also this week I picked up the dress that I'm going to be wearing to my maternity shoot and my baby shower. My main symptoms were my nesting urge was extremely strong. I ended up washing all her blankets that I had and the towels I had for her. I had pain in my pelvic area. I had indigestion like every morning I wake up basically. Towards the end of the week, I became very depressed. I received a call about my grandma Shirley. She wasn't doing very well. She was unfortunately involved in a car accident at the end of December, and she just kind of took a turn for the worst. Yeah, she wasn't doing good anymore, and I would visit her like 2 days in a row, like right when I got that call. And then pretty much an hour after leaving her house, was it January 11th, she ended up passing away. And then 28 hours after that, I lost my cat Spike. I ended up watching him pass away from old age. So it was a very, very rough week. I'm still very upset about that. I mean, it hasn't even been that long. I wasn't able to sleep much from all this. I was having a lot of post-traumatic stress. This is the second time I've lost a grandparent, and I lost my grandfather 4 years ago, and I watched him pass away. And then seeing my grandmother go through it. I mean, I didn't actually see her take her last breath, but just getting to that point, it was just it was really, really hard for me. And then to actually see my cat pass, I just felt so helpless, so it hurt a lot. And then, trying to sleep, you just keep thinking about these things, and it wasn't good. On another funnier note, I was still smelling the baby scent, which I don't understand, because all her clothes are in her bedroom, and I'll smell the smell in our bedroom, and there's nothing, I didn't use because I use Dreft on a lot of her clothes, and I don't have anything in our room that smells like that. So I don't understand, I've been Googling it, it doesn't seem like it's a normal symptom. So I'm hoping someone out there one day will say, yeah, I smell it too. I had continuing hip pain while trying to sleep as well. For cravings, I only craved an orange. I was down 2.4 pounds and 15.4 pounds higher than my pre-pregnancy weight. And for my final week of this update, my 31st week, baby was the size of a coconut. My main symptoms this week was that I was feeling very down about the losses I experienced. I was feeling more hiccups and Braxton Hicks contractions. This week we made some pink shelves for the baby's room and we hung them up. I say we, it was mostly Ken, but you know, I said okay to the pink color and the placement of the shelves.
Actually,
what
happened was
Yeah.
we were at Home Depot, and I told the guy at the paint desk to mix the pink, and Marissa goes, "Did I okay that?
That's true.
Did I say this is what we were doing?"
Yeah, he just picked a color and I was like, oh yeah, that's nice, but I never said yeah, but I do like how it came out. I inserted a picture so you see it does look good. I really want to reorganize everything, so don't I don't know.
Don't worry, we don't run a baby store.
No, we don't.
That sells strictly wipes.
And I know we're going to use all those wipes, so it's not a big deal, but I just want it to look more nice. Probably after the baby shower, that way I know everything we have. But anyway, we're getting off track here. So I've experienced heartburn and indigestion in the morning still, like it's every single morning. Clipping my toenails was a struggle. Oh my god, like just bending over, like this belly's just getting in the way now. I noticed that I have new stretch marks that might have appeared the previous week. I keep forgetting to bring this up. I have stretch marks, but they are from... I had quit smoking cigarettes 3 years ago, and I unfortunately gained a bunch of weight after doing so, so that's where those stretch marks came from. But like I just said, I think I have a few new ones. Like, it's hard to tell, but I was like comparing pictures from when I was like 5 weeks pregnant to now, and it just looks like there's a few. I think it's on my left side. Yeah, my left side has a few that are definitely new. I wake up every morning basically with a leg cramp. I have to like do like a certain type of stretch so I don't get stuck, because they're not fun at all. On 31 weeks and 6 days, I started doing twice a week ultrasounds and non-stress tests. They scheduled this for me. I think it's because of my pre-pregnancy high blood pressure, which goes again to why I'm being induced at 37 weeks. So they just want to check on the baby twice a week. During the ultrasound, baby was 4 pounds 11 ounces. She was in the 90th percentile for growth. Her heart rate was averaging 148 beats per minute. She was head down and measuring 9 days ahead. I kind of like thinking maybe she knows she has to come at 37 weeks, so she's like, let me get ahead of myself here. I don't know, but that's crazy. The non-stress test, it was my first one. It was a pain because normally, like, if you guys don't know, they measure movement and like heart rate. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
So whenever she moves, her heart rate should accelerate a little, and you have to press a button when you feel movement. And the time I get this done is in the afternoons, and that's when she's sleeping. So I was kind of like getting anxiety about it. I was stressed during a non-stress test, basically. So, but she ended up moving. I had to turn on my left side. I was drinking a bunch of water, and she ended up passing everything. So she's doing fine with her movements. For cravings, it was just Sprite, and I gained 2 pounds. From the previous week, and I was 17.4 pounds higher than my pre-pregnancy weight. So that wraps up weeks 27 through 31. Now I'm going to show you my 31 week bump. Nope, I'm not. Why do I keep thinking I'm 31 weeks pregnant?
32.
I'm 32 weeks pregnant. So here's my 32 week bump. So here's from the front, side, other side, and without the shirt. So those are the stretch marks. I don't know if you can see them. That's what the ones I was talking about.
You want me to get a close-up of
No,
them?
no one needs to see
All right.
that. On this side, at the last ultrasound, which was yesterday, she was over here, so I think she still is. It's very hard. And then this side. So as always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're interested in following my journey through motherhood, feel free to hit that subscribe button. My fiance and I daily vlog, so you can get a glimpse into our whole life and how we're preparing for baby. And that's about it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. And I will see you in my next update, which I don't know if that's going to be my last one or if I'm going to break them up. I probably should break them up. 32 to 37, that's going to be cutting it close.
Guys,
we'll find out.
If this video gets 10 likes, we'll do weekly.
Oh boy, that's a lot of pressure.
10 likes is a lot of pressure.
That's true. Let me know what I should do. I mean, earlier on, people said I should do weekly, but it's just so hard because I daily vlog. But I don't know. I think maybe now
Simple.
I know,
What
but
we're
maybe
doing.
now I probably should do weekly updates just because I never know.
This is fun anyway. Like,
For who?
I enjoy this.
You get to sit there and watch me make an ass out of myself. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.